You had a school here, you had a community. This is a little more than a one-room schoolhouse. It's almost 9,000 square feet, if I remember correctly, out in the middle of nowhere. How can you not be drawn to something like that?
There was 100 people in school here.
In my class, we graduated with 3. It was just like a big family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the hub.
We had dances here and carnival, play.
Fly socials.
Yeah. We made our own fun.
People went away and learned a different type of lifestyle.
They had a special dispensation from the Oregon Board of Education to just have 2 teachers in the high school, and that's the reason it closed, because they just decided not to allow that anymore.
They run out of students.
Well, they ran out of students too, yeah.
There was a town hall meeting at one point. It was the biggest that was ever held. You look around here and there's not very many people here, but there were a lot of people that packed the Grange Hall. Then we became involved with it and set up the nonprofit to make sure that the school is forever preserved. It's a huge building that was used for educating our children, and that in and of itself is an important reason to keep it going. The building is listed on the National Register. That was one of the first things that we accomplished. School's listed for 2 things, one architecture, one education. That is unusual in and of itself, because most buildings are only listed for one thing. When it closed in 1975, it started deteriorating. Upstairs, you can't see it now. It was like a miniature swimming pool up there because the roof was so deteriorated. It's amazing what people are willing to donate if you just ask, or willing to help you do if you just ask. People like to be asked. They want to be, could you come and help do this? Sure. It's not that you have to have skills. It's not that you have to be a certain age. We'll take anybody. Gladly. We'll take anybody and have fun doing it. There's things that people could do from home, especially during COVID, and that's like the database, newsletter, which I absolutely love to do the newsletter, but somebody needs to take on that. So there's jobs that can be done from home. That the mission of the Flora School Education Center encompasses the pioneer skills. All that pioneer skills are is that something that we had to do all the time, sometimes for fun, but generally for life, and went forward, went somewhere with it. So we didn't throw it by the wayside and say, oh, don't want that anymore. We need to keep that history alive, because if we don't, we're destined to repeat it. And believe me, we won't be repeating the good stuff necessarily. We'll be repeating the bad stuff. So need all of it together. So that's what I used to always tell when I was teaching school. Why do we have to take history? Oh, my lands, I could give you a lecture on it. And we have to offer things that can't be offered elsewhere, or are offered in a different way, or that we have other, other, for lack of a better word, amenities that go with it, like the scenery. But first you have to get the people interested to take that drive, and then to take the time to take the class or the activity. I don't look at the overall project. That would be a disaster. I would probably be in tears and depressed. But if you look at one little chunk, one little piece that you can get done, in just that day, or even that hour, or whatever it is, then it's doable.